Good one?
What's that?
Good baby?
Charger at home. So I'm running around
Yeah.
and I went through the.
He was talking to Don on that, so he.
Oh, isn't that sweet?
After I had my seatbelt on,
Oh,
Hello.
how adorable!
New one?
man, I'm not never
Well,
Just under a
congratulations.
month.
Oh,
Well,
a little
congratulations.
cutie, for sure. Sneak's birthday was today, did you guys know it?
As soon as I got right next to me, the ticket for it, yeah, right here.
She's a good baby.
Well, good.
That's good.
Not good to mom, but she's good.
She's good to dad, That's huh? what happened.
Thanks for having me, Ted.
That's not nice. Oh, how old is he?
It's my clone. He'll be 2 next month.
2?
Oh.
Oh.
Now, what's he running that for?
I know. We're good.
Are we on?
Not yet. Oh, yeah, we are.
Okay.
Okay, ours.
I'm off video.
Go.
Oh,
I thought you always say, okay. It looks like we're on the air.
We're on the air, and it's What's New. Tonight we have the Ewing family here.
So we don't know each one of their names, so we'll let them introduce themselves. We're not on.
now we
Well,
are.
We'll be on in just a minute.
So now we gotta start over.
Yeah.
He's playing with it.
We
Okay.
were on a minute ago and now we're off. You think you really know?
And you gotta talk loud.
I don't know.
Yeah, you guys that talk down there, the microphone's set up there
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just make it.
All right, guys.
Come on, Gary. What are you doing?
Do. I hope this ain't on air.
Watch what you say.
Testing, 1, 2.
Yeah, watch what you say because it'll come over the air.
Well, now,
We were on there.
I was going to say,
You should be able to hear us. There we are.
there we
Okay.
are.
Welcome to What's New, and tonight we have the Ewing family here with their woodwork and ours.
Okay. We don't know everyone's name, so we'll let you introduce yourself. We'll start around the table on this side.
Okay, I'm Bob Udy,
Bob, okay.
Clarence Udy,
Clarence,
Michael Uding.
Michael,
Joe Uding,
Joe,
Bill King,
Bill King, that's on.
Rich Rebecki.
And Rich Rebecca.
Yeah, I'm
that's a
Your
son-in-law.
in-laws.
in-law from Boston.
Okay. You're from Boston, and where are you from?
St. Joe.
St. John? Okay. So, which one do you want to start?
Let's start with Bob.
Okay. You want to tell us a little bit about how you got into the wood turning
Well,
profession?
that happened a long time ago. I was down in Florida, and
I think it's okay.
I was actually a commercial fisherman. I run a charter boat, and on windy days I couldn't fish. I needed something to do. I'm just not a person that cannot do anything. I've got to have something to do. So I bought me a wood lathe, and I started turning solid wood, and wasn't very successful at it. So I found a magazine that said something about segmented turning. It was a wood magazine. So I subscribed to wood and started finding all I could find about segmented wood turning. And what segmented wood turning is taking boards and gluing them together in different shapes and putting them on a lathe and turning them around and getting different designs out of it. And that's where I got started on the segmented wood turning. It was about in 1984, I guess.
Oh, it's only been that long? I thought it was longer than that.
No.
No.
But then I spent 34 years earning a living first before I retired.
That was pretty smart.
But anyway, this woodwork is nothing you can do to make a living at, so it's something you do after you retire, something to keep you out of mischief.
It's a hobby.
It's a hobby. It's a good hobby.
And they're beautiful.
Anyway, through the years then I got a little better at it. First thing one year, Clarence comes down and took him out to shop. Well, he got addicted to it right away. When he came home, he set his own shop up, Now he's got his son turning.
And that's Mike, right?
That's Mike. That's my son Joe. He's turning now.
Okay.
Wow.
I got three more sons, and they all turn.
Oh, my
Bill,
goodness.
he's out in Denver, and he's actually got his lathe in my shop. And then there's Dave in St. Louis. He's still busy earning a living, so he only gets to do this on spare time. So he's not here tonight either. And then my other son, Chip, or John, he lives in Bloomsdale, and it's his anniversary today, so he couldn't make it. But he's also turning. This is my son-in-law, Rich, over here. He's got the bug too now, so.
It's addicting.
It's a family affair.
It is a family affair.
It's very
And then one
beautiful.
year, Chip comes down, he brings Bill along with him. Bill King. So of course, we spent a week in the shop. When we came home, he spent next year's vacation money buying a shop.
Very addicting.
Yeah, I bet.
It grows on you, doesn't it?
Right, it's fun. It's fun. It's something to do.
But anyway,
It's a good hobby.
segmented wood turning is a challenge, really. It's there's lots of different things you can do in the thing. These things I got in front of me are the stages of building hot air balloons. You start out with a board, and you cut them. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different boards in that assembly. And they're all very accurately planed to the same dimension. Then you cut them at an angle, glue them together, put a dowel in each end for your tenons to hold it while you're turning it. Actually, this end here becomes the basket for the balloon.
Oh, okay.
So after you turn it, it looks something like that. Okay, then you next stage is you got to cut the bottom off, the tenon, cut that off there, sand it, drill a hole in it, put a line, a fishing line in it, so you can suspend it,
I was going to say, hold that up. I saw that. That's
and then
beautiful.
you'll end up with a hot air balloon.
Oh, isn't that cool?
Isn't that beautiful?
Very neat.
These little things are very time consuming.
They look it.
But they're beautiful.
They are very
How many of them
beautiful.
do you think you made already, Bob?
Oh, I can't begin to tell you how many of those I made. In 1997, my wife and I, we were big fans of the Balloon Fiesta in Albuquerque.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, we were out there at Albuquerque a couple times and went to the Balloon Fiesta, and I got two different vendors at the festival to sell them my balloons. And in 1997, I had an order for, I think it's about 1,150 balloons.
Oh, my goodness.
And it took me 3.5 months to fill that order. It required 68,500 pieces of wood and 7 gallons of glue.
Oh, my word.
Gracious.
So
That's amazing.
I don't do them orders anymore.
No, that would be, I don't want to fill that big one, huh?
But it is a very satisfying hobby.
Probably challenging, huh?
It's very, very catching too, as you can see. And we've got Mike down here now that's into what I call micro work. Now he's really good. He needs to stand up and show you some of the stuff he's got there. And maybe Mike will tell us a little bit about some of his pieces now.
Well, I don't know, this is like, I don't know, I made this a couple years ago. This is one of my earlier vases. And it was just, I don't know, like I said, I looked all over for designs and stuff to make and stuff. And I always like to make vases and bowls. That's about what I've always gotten into. And just coming up with designs, and I cut very small pieces of wood. I use the table saw and cut all.
So you develop your own designs, pretty much?
Basically, pretty much, yeah. Yeah. Basically, these pieces are made up like Bob makes pieces of wood, glued together, and then I saw them in strips, and it makes the design. The way I twist them around and
Beautiful.
stuff.
It is, those are
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Is that other piece over, yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, this
Show
one here.
that one's, oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, it's a bowl. It's like more of a Southwest design. This is kind of a Southwest design. It's pretty common design. And I made it, it was just a challenge to make. I mean, it's hard to, after you learn to do it, it gets pretty much, it's easier, but to get everything twisted together and put together in the right way, it takes a little bit of doing.
I bet. It looks really complicated.
Takes a lot of patience.
Yeah.
Good eyes.
It takes patience more than anything.
Clarence, do you do this too? Do you have some work here of yours?
I have a few pieces here. I don't do much anymore, but I can't see. This is about basically what I can do with my eyes, the way, because I can't read a rule anymore.
Oh, okay.
So, I just have to guess.
Pretty good
Yeah,
guesswork.
Well, you're a good guesser,
Yeah.
Pretty darn good.
because I can see and I don't think I could do it.
Those are
Now,
beautiful.
this was made out of scrap.
That is
That's
very
beautiful.
Oh, I love that. That's pretty.
Everything I make is out of scrap.
Okay,
Yeah, this
Joe,
guy.
what about you?
Me? Well, I've only started this, this past winter, and it's just finding the time to get into the basement to do it with that. For me, starting out was easy because I had such a great teacher, and he had all the tools, the know-how, and you got somebody looking over your shoulder. It made it simple. You know, the thing for me was I was trying to find something that Dad wasn't doing, and that's not easy.
That'd be hard to do.
So, but one of the things I come up with was he makes pencil cups. So being in St. Genevieve in the big wine industry, I made a wine barrel pencil cup, and I made a few of these, and they seem to be selling okay. So I'll probably make a bunch of these. But just trying to come up with new ideas. I mean, they're out there. It's just, it's hard to do when you see everything that he builds and it makes it look so easy and so nice. It's like, well, that looks great. I'll make one of them. So, you know, but there's different things out there that you just gotta try. You make mistakes, and carry on.
And that's okay.
Anything round you can make, I guess, to a certain extent. Width makes a difference. I think, 14 inches probably would be a,
What, the diameter?
The diameter.
yeah, what would be a diameter maximum?
Okay, our lathe is rated, I think, at 16, but
16 inches.
I can get to 15 3/4 because you got to buzz a little off of there.
Right, gotta make sure it fits, so. But I learned from Bob. I went to Florida where he lived and spent a week there with my brother-in-law, which is his son, and he taught us how to do it, and it's very addicting. So I stick with vases. I like to make vases.
Now, those are
Those
the
are
ones
very
you
pretty.
made,
I
right?
can't make bowls to look as pretty as Bob, so I don't make bowls. So, yeah, the sky's the limit. Whatever you could think of making round, you know, to work on a lathe.
Are those your vases there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
These large ones
Make
here?
like a large one, and then
Yeah.
a medium one, and then a small one. Yeah.
I like the colors on that.
I'll never have-
I like the colors on that small one.
Yeah.
I'll never have the talent Mike has. I can't mess with little pieces. So,
Those are
But
beautiful.
it's fun. It's a good hobby for me in the wintertime. Gives me something to do in the winter.
They're very beautiful.
And you can, and you always have, you guys all have wonderful presents for your wives.
Oh, yeah, kids, everybody.
Yeah.
They
So
disappear.
see,
They know what they're getting.
They'll disappear quick if you don't keep an eye on them.
Oh, yes. Well, my granddaughter has one of your hot air balloons, and it's, when I was over there this evening, it's hanging in her bedroom. And she went off to college this year, and I said, aren't you going to take that along? And she said, no, stays in my room.
She'll be back.
Oh, yeah.
That's an interesting bottle down there too. Who did that one?
This-
Yeah,
That's Dad's.
isn't that cool?
That's beautiful.
It's
That's,
got the shot glass on the top?
no, that's just the cap, but there is a bottle in there, and you can use that.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, my Lord.
You can take and put your booze on that and take it to a party, and nobody knows what you're drinking.
Well, now you gave your secret out.
Anybody sees a wood going up, that's what it is.
How did you get that around there?
Well, what the deal is, when you start out at the bottom, and you add it layer for layer on there, it takes about 45 minutes or an hour for glue to dry enough that you can add another layer, another ring.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
you keep that going. You work on up until you get to this top, and then you turn the top by itself. Make it fit the bottle.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, that's what I was
Then you
wondering.
insert the bottle in there and put the top on it.
Oh, okay, you just build up to that part.
I build up to that point, then take that last 4 rings, build them individually, put them all 4 together, machine them to fit the bottle, and the whole thing is machined for the height. And then you also have to put a small piece, say 1/4 or 3/8 of an inch of sponge down there. Sponge, I use plastic, closed cell plastic. Put it in there and compress it in there because the wood shrinks and expands more than the glass.
Oh,
Or the
okay.
glass shrinks
Oh.
or expands more than the wood. So you got to have room in there for that bottle to move, just a little bit, not much. But if you don't do that, that bottle will break the wood.
You'll pop it
I'll be
open.
darned. That is beautiful.
So that's the same principle you use on your vases that have
And I
the,
do the same thing,
glass
but in
in.
the vases, the wet vases, I use a plastic tumbler in there. And do the same thing, build it all the way up till I get to the top. Then I put my vase in there and put the top on it. Glue it in under pressure.
Wow, that's fascinating.
Now, those bowls that are sitting there,
It's-
Those are Rich's.
These-
Let him tell
oh,
you.
those are
These
yours.
Yeah, these are in stages. That's the one. This was my first attempt. That's a completely finished bowl.
that's
And
very
it's
cool.
out of the same piece of wood.
You did good.
Well, I had a great teacher. So, and I'm gonna tell you something, the toughest person to teach is a teacher.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I was in a previous life. But I got that out of the way. We brought these tonight to show you I'm the rookie. He's forgotten more than I've yet to learn already. So I'm just starting to get involved with this. And one of the challenges for someone who's just starting is after you're successful with one project like this, then you want to jump
Then you
into
get
something
real
with-
brave,
Yeah,
yes.
exactly. And I wanted to make matching bowls, and for a beginner, duplicating items can be a little on the tough side. So this is what the segments, the rough segments that my father-in-law was talking about. That's what they look like. That's the sections of wood that are cut on the right angle. Something he didn't mention. His workshop is like Santa's little workshop. I mean, he's got one saw designed and earmarked for this type of job, for that type of job. So you walk around the room, and if you've got an idea that's going to work, then he's got the know-how to teach you how to get everything done. So this is what a bowl typically looks like in its roughest stage. These are the segments, and this is the bottom that's grooved in place, all glued up. And when this goes on the machine, this spins. And with the right tools, you
come up with that.
come
Isn't
up
that
with
amazing?
the inside has a concave segment to it. The outside, and this is where your imagination is. Your sky's the limit, because you can have bowls that have a single tulip effect. You can have bowls with a double tulip. You can have bowls that here's a double tulip. There's a double tulip. And all this is done while the hunk of wood is spinning, and you go from the extremely rough stage to the smooth stage. One thing that you have to, keep in mind, like I put in 3 decorative grooves in here, but you have to keep in mind that the deeper you go from the outside in, the more likely you may run into problems by cutting all the way through. It's good to have somebody looking over your shoulder when you're beginning to say,
That wouldn't be nice.
That looks good, Scott. Because otherwise you have a really nice smelling piece of kindling.
Oh,
A holy bowl.
is there any place around here in town that you can buy your products?
I have a permanent display down at the Big Field Cafe,
Okay,
and
that's where
Oh,
we
that's
were
we
last
saw that
night.
last
I
night.
seen some of your stuff down there
Yeah.
last night.
I have a permanent display there, and for years and years I've had my product in the Chamayo Trading and Mercantile in Chamayo, New Mexico.
Oh,
There's
okay.
an upscale gallery there, and they sell almost all of my lamps. Like, that's a Southwestern design lamp, and I don't sell many of them in town here, very few. But I can ship that thing out there next week, and next month it's gone.
Oh,
And when I send something out there, I tell them how much I want for it.
And then they can
double it.
add it, yeah.
That's a standard procedure in the galleries. They operate on 100% markup. So where I sell these lamps for $250 a pair, John out there gets $500 a pair for those lamps. There's 454 pieces of wood in each lamp in that Aztec design.
They're beautiful.
What about that big standing lamp over there?
That come out of my house. I brought that.
Oh, you did?
That's my reading
That's a
lamp.
four lamp?
You can't read a book tonight until that goes back to the steering wheel.
But that there is a floor lamp, and I've built lots of those.
Good, it's got that on camera. Please put that on camera. This is gorgeous. That is just beautiful. Now that's a lot of work.
About 10 cents an hour.
Oh, I get more than that now.
Or do you?
I was just going to say, he's up to 12 now.
Well, I tell you what, now you take time consuming. The first Aztec lamp that I ever built, I built it about 1988, 89, somewhere in there. And I actually kept my time on it, because I wanted to see how long it would take me to build that lamp. I built one. Took me 88 hours to build
Oh,
that
my
lamp.
word.
That didn't count the finish, the varnishing. Now I can do them, a pair of lamps in 40 hours.
Oh.
40 hours, I can build a whole pair of them.
Now, how many coats of varnish do you put on?
Anything that I build has to have at least 3.
3 of them.
Okay? If it has cedar in it, or it's a lamp, I'll usually go to 5.
Okay.
But cedar is one item that is hard to varnish. It's got oil in it, especially at the knots. And you can wipe it off with paint thinner and everything else, but it's still a difficult wood to finish. To get a good finish on it.
Now,
Cedar
does
usually
it,
takes more.
does it take you longer to make a table lamp or the floor lamp?
I never did really time myself on those floor lamps, but I can probably build one of those floor lamps in 4 days, 3-4 days. Now, there's not that many pieces in it, but in order to get the power up to the bulb, you got to drill a hole all the way up through that stem.
Yeah.
Is that all one piece? The
What's
stem?
that?
The stem is all one piece, or is it
No, no,
screwed together?
The stem is in 3 pieces.
Okay.
Another thing too, looking at all the different colors here, that's all original wood color, there's never no stains.
Right.
That's just how many different kinds of wood are here on this table.
That's what I was gonna ask you.
Varnish brings out the color and brightness, but it's
Right.
all different pieces of wood, no stains at all.
I absolutely refuse to use stain or paint in my work. But there is one thing that's not colored by the good Lord himself, and that's what they call dyed red koto. This is a piece of wood that is dyed with aniline dye. Okay.
Oh, is that what's on that
Oh,
one?
That's
isn't
what's in
that
there.
pretty?
That thin piece of wood.
That's
Now that
beautiful.
veneer, it comes from all over the world, and it's all different colored stuff. It's all natural colored wood.
And that's what you
Oh.
use for all those little designs that you have.
Yeah.
That's inside the wood.
That's how you get the little designs.
I was asking about that before we even got started, where he got those little designs from. That is interesting. That is fascinating, really.
And you can't never make enough of them. Somebody's always after them.
The ones with the red end, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Is
those are
that the
beautiful.
same that's in that vase there that you did?
Now, this vase,
Uh-huh.
this is all just individual pieces, there's no laminate in it, this is
Oh,
just
okay.
solid, yeah.
So that's
What I
red
say-
cedar then?
To get that, it's sandwiched together this way.
Is this cedar?
Yeah, like here'd be cedar, I don't even know what all the colors are in there. Cherry, cedar, I don't even know, pine. But you sandwich it this way, like those veneer pieces, and then you turn it and it makes a design,
Oh, okay.
you know. That was all put together like a sandwich in segments like this. I don't know if that's explaining that right.
Yes.
Yes, it
You're
is.
doing very good.
You sandwich a board that long, yeah,
There you
then
go.
cut your individual
That's-
segments out.
That's the sandwich.
Yeah, and then as you turn it and put the shape on it, that puts these in there. It's built into the wood that you put together. Yeah, so you can make your colors and patterns however you want. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
use your
interesting.
imagination and
Yeah.
go for it,
That's beautiful. Now, Mike, did you make that napkin holder and
No, I
salt and
didn't.
pepper shaker?
No, that's
Paul.
one of mine.
That's pretty.
That is very pretty.
That is very
That's been
pretty.
a very popular item. I made 10 of those. I just finished them up about 2 or 3 days ago, and I made 10 of them. And that's going to bring my total.
It's empty.
Yeah, it's empty.
231 sets I built.
Oh, my
Oh, my
Lord.
gosh.
Those are beautiful.
That's neat.
And they actually work. I mean, they're not just ornaments, they're usable. It's a toothpick holder,
Napkin and salt and
napkin
pepper.
holder, and salt and pepper. I put that on there for toting around. That's the way they,
That's neat with the toothpick holder, because those are all coming back now.
Yes, they are.
Yep.
They're all coming back.
I use the dark for the pepper and light for the
Oh,
salt.
that's neat.
And I make the toothpick holder out of whatever I got laying around there. But everything is going to be 2 colors. That one's That particular one is oak and walnut, and I built with oak and cedar, Kentucky coffee and cedar, Kentucky coffee and walnut, just type woods,
It's
give
fascinating.
different colors.
You know, this hobby makes you appreciate trees and lumber more too.
Yeah.
You see a big tree and realize,
Old people see some
you know, makes you appreciate it more.
This is something here too I saw.
That's a chip and dip.
I think that is just
That
beautiful.
top bowl comes off there,
This lifts off of
so you
there.
can wash it. And that comes out, you can use it for a tray. Just pick it up, you
There you go.
Need some WD party.
Yeah, that's
You
quick.
got a little piece.
I didn't-
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't
I've got a-
break the carton.
Normally, he has a piece you stick in there and you use it just for the tray, but otherwise, you put it back together, and you got your chip and dip, or
This is great. I
It
wonder-
makes it easier
I wonder
to
if people
store.
see that. That's pretty. Come on, Gary. Come here.
There it's in.
there he is.
There you go. Isn't that beautiful? That
That's
is
made out-
just gorgeous.
That's made out of poplar wood.
That is just gorgeous. And then here's another bowl. Now this is not
Now that
varnished
there-
yet.
Now that there is done by my grandson in Flagstaff, Arizona.
Oh, my
Really? How old
Lord.
is he?
Yes, I've got two grandsons that's Turners. And
What are
this
their
particular
ages?
one, Sam, he's out there in Flagstaff, and he only has a lathe. He's
Oh, my.
very young, he's only about 23 years old,
That's young.
and he don't have any
Really young.
and he doesn't have enough money to buy all the tools it takes to do the segmented. So he sticks with solid wood. He takes a chainsaw, goes up the mountains and cuts him some wood and comes home and turns that stuff out of it.
Now this is one kind of
One
wood.
piece of
Solid wood turning, yes.
Yeah. And what is this?
That there, I think that is alligator juniper.
I'll be darned. That is beautiful. I'm picking up some of these pieces. You care? And showing. So stay with me, Gary. This
That's
is
a
pretty
pretty
too.
Now that's all done by Sam. All the solid woodwork there is Sam. He's the only one in the family that turns solid wood.
This is
And he
gorgeous.
does it because he's forced to, because he doesn't have the tools.
And here's another one. Now this is a covered dish.
Yeah.
Looks like. Now isn't that something? Now that is beautiful. Oh, I see. It has a little hole here that stays on there. Okay. Well, Mary Ann, do a better job than
Got one
that.
on both sides. It's kind of hard to put back together.
There you go.
Yes, it is. I took it apart. But I might get it back together. Okay. Put that aside.
Those he calls mushrooms.
Mushrooms. Okay, now this has got an opening here. And I imagine you can put a little tea
Yeah, he's got that little
on
hideaway
candle
for
in
a
there.
bowl.
So, got another little hiding spot.
Well, hello there.
Now, what is it for? What's it for?
You could put a sleeve of Volta candles,
Oh,
Volta
okay.
lights,
and then
yeah.
one on top.
Oh, okay.
And
Oh.
after it burns out, you can.
Get another
you
one
can-
out.
Really
Yeah.
neat.
Well, how cool.
Now, what is this?
That's just a little decorative mushroom.
Just
I
a
think
little
that top
decorative
comes
mushroom.
off too.
That's cute. Well,
I
I don't think it
that
does.
has a function or not.
No, I don't think the top comes off either. Oh, it does. Boy, I made a liar on myself that trip, didn't I?
Well, it comes off now.
It might not have while ago.
That's cute. But you know a person could stick a candle in that too. You got those small candles,
Candles?
but that's pretty. That is neat.
If
Pick up some
anybody's
other
got
stuff.
any questions or would like to call in, they
Here's
can
a
call
nice piece,
in.
too. This is pretty. Now that's that design again, using that veneer, isn't it?
That's not veneers, but that small piece of wood.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be darned. It's beautiful. And there are vases, we saw them.
How many pieces of wood in that, Mike?
I think there's
Yes.
about 1,600 pieces of wood.
In this?
Yeah,
Oh my
he
goodness.
wanted to put the phone number up there.
Oh,
Yeah, that took a little.
In other words, that's this small layers on top of layers.
Yeah. There's a
From what I can
yeah.
see.
Each one of those is
About a quarter inch?
Yeah, less than a quarter inch, yeah.
I'll be darned. That is fascinating.
That's beautiful.
Okay, something else I can show. Here's another one. I want these to be seen. That's a beautiful bowl too.
Yeah, what were you telling me about the hole in the bottom? I mean, not the hole, the offset on the bottom of the bowls? It holds it in place
Here's
while
another
you're turning
pretty
it?
one that's got a beautiful design on it.
Yeah, okay.
So that is pretty.
That, yeah.
See, those
It's
are
amazing.
not finished yet. Now, on the
Amazing
finished
how you
product,
get all that.
off.
It gets cut, right.
It really is, but I just thought that people
I
would see
thought that
some
was
of this stuff.
fascinating.
Last cut.
Okay, Gary. Just wanted people to be able to see that.
If anyone has any questions, feel free to call us. Now they put it up, 883-7675, and we'll answer your questions. Or we'll try.
We'll let the gentleman answer about the wood.
Dad,
So,
why don't you show them this poplar bowl and tell them about that poplar?
That poplar grows mostly in kind of swampy areas. And it has the ability to absorb the minerals in the soil in which it grows. Those minerals, the combination of them will turn poplar, the heart of the poplar wood, almost any color you can think of. You can find green, yellow, black, purple, almost anything you can come up with in color, you can find in poplar wood if it's grown in the right spot. It has
Oh
the
my
right minerals
gosh.
in there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Well, that's
this
unusual.
particular wood, see like on the top here, you look real close, we've even got some purple right up in here. But
That's beautiful.
this wood was, I bought this from Gerald Trotman out there.
mm-hmm.
He had a large order to make some surveyor stakes. And the people that buy these things and use them do not want black or dark wood because they write on them. And they want to see the writing.
Mm-hmm.
So when the poplar comes and it's got mineral stain on it, he can't use it. So he sells it to me very reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
And it just right down my alley. I'm looking for color.
Makes beautiful bowls.
Yeah, it's
Beautiful.
Gorgeous.
I had some bowls, I don't, well, there's the top of that.
That's from one piece of poplar.
That's one piece?
That's one piece.
That's beautiful.
Isn't it amazing how it's,
The design, how it's a continuous piece of wood around there.
Yeah, when your plank of wood is smooth and ready to go to the saw to make the segments, what you do is you take a look at the grain in each piece and you number them consecutively, either 10 or 12, depending upon the number of segments in your bowl. That way there, when you glue them up, you can keep the
Oh, okay, the
color.
pattern.
grain and
Oh.
the rays. Now, you can't control
not the
the
inside, no.
inside, but you can line everything up so that you have a relatively smooth, like this grain right here. I mean, Mother Nature did that. But by cutting the pieces out, and again, this is a rookie project. You get a little more technical like Michael over there. And he's already figured out ways to get around that if he wanted to. But this is one segment that's in numerical order with these segments. And that's what gives you, and this is just almost the opposite.
Yeah.
was
It's
gonna say.
not the same plank of wood, it's the same variety of wood. This was one plank, that was one plank.
It's amazing how that does.
Now, is there a certain area that your colors come from? I mean, like,
What's that?
a certain area that your colors come from? I mean, like,
No,
by-
this species of tree is yellow poplar. It's called yellow poplar. And this particular shipment of wood came from a mill down around Memphis, Tennessee. And there's a lot of swamp ground down there that's got a lot of minerals in it, I guess.
oh, okay.
And it comes up with a lot of color. Now, you get a lot of poplar out of the east, like Pennsylvania, Ohio, around in there. It'll mostly be clear. It won't have as much mineral stain in it as what
Oh,
you get out
okay.
the south. So, but one of the things that Rich was telling you about numerical order, there's one thing you can't control either. and that's the ends of the wood. In other words, you start out 1, 2, 3, 4 on around. When you get up to 12, you can't match 1 and 12.
Oh, right, right.
Oh, okay.
So you do that by picking out a board. Okay, let's say that it's got a stain that runs from here, sloped this way. Okay, the center part. Well, what you do then is you measure up on your plank, say 1.5 inches on both ends. And then you cut that parallel to that streak that goes around there. Then you cut the other side parallel to the first cut, and then that way you can make it. Otherwise, the grain will run.
Run off of it, yeah.
So in other words, you try to lay out the board in a parallel to the coloring.
Those are all just beautiful.
They are.
That is rich, isn't it?
Gorgeous.
Yep,
Good job.
yep, and
For a rookie.
anybody could have it for $1 million.
So, because it's my first
So
piece.
what you need to do is retire.
I think he's saying
Okay.
that because he was going to sell it and his wife said no.
Oh! But if they give you $1 million, it'll be a deal.
Oh, she'll be smiling. If I got $1 million for that.
I guess our biggest sale is Journey Fat, would that be right?
What's that?
Journey Fat is probably our biggest one time we all get together.
Yes.
Think so?
Where
We
it
usually
is,
sell
okay.
the Jerdafet as St. Genevieve wood turners.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Anybody that turns, and they can come to my stand and we'll put them in there. We just share the cost, help out, hope for the best.
Right, right.
Is there any other events that you do in town
Well,
besides your
I also
event?
do the Valley Craft Show. They have it every November. I think
Right.
the First weekend, or first Saturday,
Deer
Sunday in
season.
November,
During deer
Deer
season.
season.
And
I can't never make that.
Those deer are out there waiting for you. Yeah.
down in Florida, down there, I had 2 events down there. One was called Strawberry Festival, which was held on the east side of the county. And the other was the Seafood Festival, which is right there in Homosassa Springs, where I lived for 24 years. And I would do those 2 shows every year. And then I also had about 6 gift shops up and down the coast.
Oh, they held your,
And
Carry
I would
this
just, about twice a month, I'd make a route and go down and replenish my stock with these gifts, so I sell them on consignment.
So you still have where your stuff all goes out of state now too?
The only place I have now is the cafe here in St. Genevieve, Big Field Cafe. And then I have a very good outlet out at Albuquerque, at Old Town section of Albuquerque, called Balloons. And that's what they sell. And the owner actually is a pilot. He's got 4 balloons. And he hires other pilots, and he does balloon shows all over the world.
Oh.
And his wife goes along with him, and she sells my balloons.
oh, that's cool.
Oh,
Well, that's neat.
I've got that as a permanent setup out there, and then the Chimayo, Trading and Mercantile there in Chimayo, New Mexico. I don't know if you're familiar with Chimayo, but it's a
No,
real
never
large
heard of
city. It's at least as big as Ozora.
here I thought he was gonna
But-
say
You
big as in
did.
New York or something.
It's
Oh,
really out
Laura.
in the country. It's really out in the country, but he really does a job on selling. He sells anything I send him.
Oh, my. Is
My
that
goodness.
like a settlement, Indian settlement, or?
Well, there's an old church there that makes it a tourist attraction.
Oh, okay.
And it's not far above Santa Fe, New Mexico. It's between Santa Fe and Taos. And he's really got a hell of a business out there. I just sent my excess out there is all I send out. He'll take anything I send him.
Oh, my word.
Do any of the other, you guys have your stuff in any place in town?
I sell something down to Big Field Cafe, but I said, I'm just getting started. And,
So you guys are all just basically
yeah,
getting
I've
out
got
there.
enough, kids that they, well, I want that one, I want this one. I haven't filled those orders yet, so.
They have to wait, huh?
Make enough, no.
Yeah.
That's great.
I got some of my stuff down in Sex Eyes Frame Shop, out in Sex Eyes Gallery.
Down at Judy's, yeah.
Yeah, I got some.
Oh, have you?
down
Good.
there, and then I got some of my stuff up in a shop in Manchester, in St. Louis.
What's the name of it?
Gallery?
It's a called Contemporary Crafts,
Oh, okay.
In St. Louis?
Manchester.
In Manchester?
It's on Manchester and St. Louis.
Oh, it's on
Good.
Manchester.
Yeah, it's on
Good.
Manchester, they sell my stuff there.
Oh, that's cool.
Quick, yeah, say that good and loud so people know where to find it. Because this is all interesting. I can't believe all the work. It's beautiful. It is just gorgeous.
Now, the shop I've got is in my basement, it's real convenient for me.
I was going to ask you where your shop was.
I got it in my basement, when I moved back from Florida, my wife had a very bad disease, and she was upstairs all the time, so when I built the shop in the basement, we soundproofed it and dustproofed it. We didn't dustproof it, but we helped it a lot.
Yeah, you can't ever dustproof anything.
Anyway, we do that with air pressure, just keep the fan going, blowing out, and keep the negative pressure in there when it's real dusty. It don't go upstairs bad.
Well, that's good.
Where do you get most of your wood from? Just anywhere, or?
Well, I've got a real good inventory of wood now, and the way I've gotten it is that for years, every time I found a farmer or somebody around here that had walnut or some hardwood for sale, if the price was right, I'd buy it. And I just kept that up, and I still do that. And a lot of the other woods, like oak, ash, I get that from Rehagen down at Perryville. They've got very good quality wood. It's a little more expensive than what I buy from farmers, but it's really good wood. It's kiln dried, but most of the wood that you get from farmers and residents around here, they've had it for years, stacked up and everything, and it's dry. It's good, dry, good working wood. So anytime I find anybody that's got some, I try to buy it. So I've got a whole barn full of it.
So you don't have to
You
go
make
too
bowls
far.
forever, huh?
Well, I'll never use it all, but
The guys will.
Pass it down.
but I never stop buying wood.
It's like a quilter with their
With
fabric.
good fabric,
A
yes.
quilter with their fabric. They
Yeah.
never quit, no matter how many drawers they have full.
Right, keep adding up, wood does the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, people know you're into it, a lot of people give you wood. Yeah, can you use these? Well, sure, you know.
Yeah. And they sure are beautiful, every color. Yeah, every color of wood makes something really,
So much
really
difference.
unique and beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, it is.
What did you say that one wood was down there, that bowl right in front of you, that one?
This is poplar with some type of inlay. What type, you got Purple Heart inlay that?
That's a
That's
poplar?
That's poplar too. That's,
Same as those two?
Same as those two.
Oh, it's green, yeah.
I mean,
you can
darn.
find any color in poplar, any color you want to dream of.
Yeah, poplar is normally a cream color. But like you said, with the minerals, it can be any color.
That's a nice shade there.
That's poplar that's got this veneer inlay. That's Purple Heart.
But you wouldn't believe that was all the same wood looking at it. It's amazing. It is just beautiful. Well, you
This is
guys
ash.
are,
That's ash. That one there is fir. There, Joe's bowl there, that's walnut.
Walnut.
There's oak and walnut. Here, Clarence has got everything in that.
yeah, but
That's
didn't show
really a
that
cool
one. That
bowl,
was,
yeah.
that was the
Really
scraps.
That
The
was,
beach
that's
sack.
poplar and walnut.
This is poplar and oak.
What's that wood?
Purple Heart.
Purple Heart?
That's what Purple Heart looks like? What's the red? And I just like that vase. I think that's really cool with the red in it.
Yes.
Maple, yeah, and Purple Heart. So, yeah, a lot
gotta
of
watch
woods
the
are
time
going
for
exotic
him.
from different
Okay.
countries, so there's just so many woods out. You can go to magazines and buy woods from around the world.
I bet,
You
I
know,
bet.
1x4s or whatever, you know, some of them get pretty expensive, so you gotta watch what you do there, but
Mhm.
yeah, you can get any color, size, anywhere from the world.
All the veneers I get, those come from East Aurora, New York. There's an outfit up there that's strictly veneers. That's all they sell is veneers, real thin stuff like that. And they're called Certainly Wood is the name of the company. And they're out of East Aurora, New York. And actually, some of these, now this is sycamore. It's a domestic wood. That can be bought for about $1.50, $1.75 a square foot, something like that. Most of these veneers are under $2 a square foot, but they're only 18 to 28 thousandths of an inch thick.
Isn't that amazing when they
They're
talk
very
about
thin.
that? Well,
But they make beautiful designs. Just gorgeous.
Here's one wood that we don't have represented on the table. I just looking around trying to find a piece, and I don't see it. And that's Kentucky coffee.
Oh, that's
Looks a lot
pretty.
like oak, but it's
Here's some.
bolder and brighter green.
Yeah, there.
There you go.
The top of that page.
Oh, there's Kentucky coffee. Here we go.
Kentucky coffee in this one.
Now, where's the piece of oak? Okay,
Right there,
Rich,
man.
hand me your bowl there. You can see the difference in the oak. This is oak, and this is coffee, Kentucky coffee. You can see the difference in the boldness of the grain and the color of the grain. It's
Is
more
that
orange.
walnut with that one?
What's
Yeah.
that?
Is that walnut?
Walnut and Kentucky coffee.
Walnut, that's what I thought, that darker. That's pretty.
That's beautiful the way
That
that's
is,
open.
isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah.
Now, that Kentucky coffee is not easy to come by either.
Now,
I
Clarence,
imagine-
was that hard to do with that opening in there? In that bowl?
By accident.
Oh, oh, you got it a little bit too close in there, huh?
I can't do that no more. It's, you can see how it's made. You got small segments there, and I got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's five layers in there, and they're all the same length, and then the only about a ½ inch they flap over, and the rest is all air.
But that's beautiful.
That's really neat. Yeah.
It has,
put
when you hold it
potpourri in
up
there,
like
put
that in
it
the
on,
light, it's
yeah.
kind of like a sheen in there.
Yeah.
It really goes different.
Yeah.
Well,
I
you
got-
guys are amazing.
Yeah, I got a pair of lamps that match this here.
Oh, do you? Okay. I bet those are pretty too.
Got a light inside?
Huh?
You put a light inside too?
No, I got some that I'm gonna put a light inside, but I haven't gotten to that yet.
Takes a little while, huh?
Well, thank you very, very much for being here. It's
Very interesting.
very interesting, and to think we have all this talent in our
In
area.
St. John, right.
Majority fat, and there'll be a booth with all kinds of.
And you guys maybe ought to join the art guild and display at the Christmas show. You've been told that before, haven't you? Yeah.
Well,
Because
thank you very, very
Yeah.
much.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, very interesting.
Well, it's just kind of nice. It's really a family affair. It's great. You've all just done so much, and everybody different. It's
If you need
wonderful.
some Sawdust, I got plenty of it.
You got all the sawdust.
I'll remember that.
Didn't they used to make dolls and stuff them with sawdust?
Yes,
They did,
they
didn't
did.
You know, down there in Florida, I was down there for 24 years, and I was turning for about 22 years of that, or 23, and I never threw any sawdust away. I had a friend that was in the potted plant business. He
Oh.
was, raising plants, and he'd make his own potting soil. No matter how much sawdust I had, he took it off.
He used the sawdust for that?
Yeah, once
Yeah,
it
it would
starts
make it, it
decaying.
would make
Oh,
it
really?
easier, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much
Yeah,
use
use-
the horse people. that
He
don't.
would use 1/3 sawdust and 2/3 soil from Florida.
I'll be darned.
Yeah, it made your
That's
water
interesting.
hold into your plants better, yeah.
That's all he used. Made his own potting soil out of mine.
Well, that is great.
Works good in a horse barn too, or a dog
Yeah.
kennel.
Oh, really?
The sawdust and the shavings. I give mine to horse people and dog people.
You can use them in dog kennels?
Yeah, there's certain kinds of wood. Yeah, a horse, I don't think you're allowed to use walnut though. Something about if they eat that, it's bad for them, I guess. That's what they tell me. But,
I'll be darned.
good.
And they'd eat
Cedar
it because of the
shavings is
nut
good.
flavor or nut smell?
Yeah, for your animal cedar shaving.
So actually, you have no waste to your wood at all?
No waste. Yeah, no waste.
And cedar, you could make sachets and hanging,
Oh, yeah.
for hanging closets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They also
And
make
like-
good pillows, anyhow.
like Clarence's bowl,
Oh, yeah.
he could put potpourri in there, make his house smell good.
Right.
That's right.
Do that. Well, you guys are amazing. You have a great talent.
It is, and it's really neat that the whole family does it.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone.
Thank you for sharing all this with us.
Well, thanks for having us.
Okay, Iris,
If
would
you
you
want to
let
come back again sometime, well, just let us know.
us
Yeah.
know and we can have you
Come up
back.
with some new products, or you become a professional.
If you sell something for $1 million.
You want to see?
If you want to sell it for $1 million, yeah.
Yes, we'll see phase 2 with the
That
rookie.
first million all of them.
Yeah.
Okay, Iris, can you
Okay.
tell us who we're gonna have next on our next program?
Our next program will be on June 27th, and Shirley Klump, and I don't know if her helper's coming or not, but the Vincentian Youth have the Elaborate Exchange, where they sell used clothing and news products and
Oh, they opened a
They-
new shop. yeah.
Right, exactly, out on Highway 61. And they have a lot of different things out there, used items, new items, televisions, clothing, shoes, and they also sell, the girl that had the shop before them had
Oh, the
uniforms.
uniforms, yes.
So they're selling those, they're school uniforms, the dark pants and the shirts, and what do you call those, smocks at the
Scrubs.
scrubs.
Yeah.
They sell the scrubs out there for $8 a piece, which is very inexpensive.
And I also want to thank
Yeah, but-
the Rotary for inviting us down last night. They're going to have funnel cakes at the fair. And they were experimenting last night, and we played guinea pigs for them.
We got to sample them all.
Only I didn't get in on it.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah,
Next time
yeah,
you will.
yeah.
But we want to thank the Rotary for including us last night.
Thank you, guys. They were good.
So,
And the fair is in July. Are we
and
on?
people are selling
We'll have a
cow
fair
chip
11th of July.
lottos. So if somebody
Somebody
says, you want to buy a
question
cow
there,
chip
so
lotto
come
for
up and give us-
$5, tell them yes.
Tell us what.
Goes to a worthy
Okay,
cause.
is Cody still coming too? I mean, are they going to do the sleep study still too?
Okay, who we got then?
The fair, she said the fair on the 11th.
Some of the group wanted, some of the fair group wanted.
Oh, okay. So
Because
thank
they-
you very much, and watch us on the web.
Yep.
We're on the web now, so
www.whatstv.com.
stjohntv.com.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the .com.
We left out the most important.
yeah.
Yeah, St.
Anyway, this is what they are.
stjohntv.com.
So
Yeah.
thank you very much for watching us.
Does anybody want a card? I'll give you a card.
Yeah, please, I would take one.
Okay. Do you like it?
Those cards are neat.
They are.
Well, you're on
That
TV
is, that's
now,
a good
guys.
idea.
I wish I would've got it. I thought that card looked fine on the screen, but it could have been a little brighter. You know, it's kind of dark.
Well,